You are welcome in online class. In online class, we have to discuss the chapter life process of class 10. The life process chapter is very large chapter in the context of the class 10th, and we have to discuss the subtopic under this chapter life process. This is the reproduction plant in plants and animals, and as well as the pollination types and its agent. First and foremost, we should talk about these two words, the life and the processes. The life, as we know that you have discussed in the previous class, the what is the life, where there are the different states like nutrition, metabolism, reproduction, and after that circulation, respiration, etc. When the any living organism, they shows these all kind of the states, nutrition and the metabolism, reproduction, circulation, respiration, excretion. These all words can determine that the particular thing is having life. Otherwise, they cannot be said as the life, or they cannot said as a living being. Now, the another word is the processes. What is the literal meaning of processes? The process means that a series or steps, in which the living organism can perform the particular end. They can perform the particular ends, a purpose. This is called the life processes. Meaning a series or the steps that are taken to complete a particular ends or a purpose. This is called the life process. When it takes places into the living being, so this is called the life process. It's clear. Now, in this chapter, we have to start the subtopic reproduction. Reproduction, as we know that it is made of the two here. One is the RE. RE is the morpheme. According to English, when you will read it into the grammar point of view, you will learn that it is the prefix. RE is a prefix. Prefix are those morpheme which are used before a word and change its meaning is called the prefix. The another word is the production. Then why RE is used here? Everything which are present as a life form, whether plants or animals, these are already produced by the nature, and these are produced into the biosphere. But when these all the life form like plants and animals, again they come to the reproductive phase. From the vegetative phase to the reproductive phase, now they are capable to produce the young ones of their similar kind. Again they can produce. These are called the reproduction. It's clear, reproduction. But one thing we have to discuss here, that is reproduction in plants, and later we will discuss about the animals. So reproduction, there are two phases in the life of the plant. First is called the vegetative phase. Vegetative phase. In this phase, the plants, they grow the root, stem, and leaves, and these all have the different function to do for the proper growth and development of a plant, root, stem, and leaf. These are the life supporting the structure या morphological structure into the plants which assist the plant for future the steps. So these are called the vegetative phase. Just after the vegetative phase, the second phase starts into the plant, that is called the reproductive phase. Reproductive phase. Reproductive phase. Reproductive phase. So in reproductive phase, the plants start bearing inflorescence. 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 The inflorescence is the process of bearing the flower in the two-way acropetal succession or the basipetal succession. The flower starts bearing into the plants, and there are two types of the inflorescence. First is the racemose inflorescence and the second is the cymose inflorescence. You will have to discuss and read into the previous class, but here we can only say that the reproductive phase of the plant, the plants start bearing the flower, and the flower is the most reproductive part of the, as we know that flower is the reproductive part, most important reproductive part of the plant. So when the flowers start bearing into the plant, so what happens, we can draw the one typical flower and we will show the different parts of the flower. As we know that flower A having the different colors, and these all colors are responsible for the some function or purpose to complete. So let us start that the way the flowers start blooming, in that particular time the flower having the four whorls, four cycle, first the calyx, second corolla, second endoecium, and third endoecium, and fourth one is the gynoecium. So here is the receptacle. The receptacle is the part on which all the cycles of the flower are situated. So these are called the receptacle. Just receptacle. This is the green color part. These are called the sepals. This is called the calyx. Sepals. Just after there are the twisted part, colorful part of the flower. So these are called the petals. They are twisted in color, colorful part, and just one, the third part is the androecium. This is androecium. Androecium. And it has the different parts. Androecium having the different numbers. The one is called the stamen. And the third one is the female reproductive part, that is called the gynoecium. Gynoecium. G-Y-N-O. Gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive part. So this is the pre-fertilization stage. There are three stages in the flower when we talk about the pollination or reproduction. First is called the pre-fertilization stage, and after fertilization stage, and third one is the post-fertilization stage. Now we have to talk about in the reproduction or in plants what happens, how the male reproductive part fuse with the female reproductive part, how the pollen grains they shift from anther to stigma. This is the process of pollination. So let's start with the pollination. Now what is the pollination? Pollination. So for this, first and foremost, I want to draw a figure so that it will be very useful for you to understand and define that one. It is the stigma. And after that, this is the swollen part, a bulged part, something that is oval in shape, and this is called ovary. and this is the stigma. Stigma. This is the style, S-T-Y-L, style. And this is the male reproductive part. This is the filament, it is, filament. And just after the filament, you can see, just after the filament, there is the most important part of a flower. This is the anther. It is the part of the androecium which has capability to bear the pollen grains. The anther having the two lobes. Anther has the two lobes. The anther is two lobes. The first lobe, it is first lobe and second lobe. And just after you can see that there are the two lobes here. In these two lobes, there are the pollen grains. In this one, we can draw as well anther having the two lobes and the fourth chamber. In this fourth chamber of anther, the pollen grains are formed. So where the pollen grains form? Pollen grains form inside the pollen chamber. In this pollen chamber, when the number of the microspore, we can also say the microspore for the pollen grains, it is the male part. The microspore, when they are mature, their number increased. Then this is the pollen chamber. Pollen chamber after maturation, they rupture. They rupture from the pollen chamber ruptures, and the pollen grains from the anther, they come out from the pollen chamber, and this is the stigma part. And the stigma is very sticky because it has the nectar. It is a liquid part which is sticky in nature. When the pollen grain deposit over the stigma, these stuck at the stigma, and here it gets the moisture from the nectar. Now the pollen grain, before pollination, I want to say that how many layers of the pollen grains? Pollen grains are exposed to the sun, the light, as well as the water and the stone. Then how the pollen grains are in the live state, they are not destroyed. The nature has provided it very hard layer. So it is our responsibility or duty to tell that what is the structure of the pollen grain. The pollen grain having the two layers. Pollen grain has the two layers. Outer layer is called the exine and inside layer is called the intine. This is the pollen grain. Pollen grain, outer layer. You can see it is something rough. It is called exine, and it is the innermost is called the intine. Now one question is that in the rainfall, heavy storm and the different biological factors which can destroy the pollen grains, but how it maintains the nature of living states, then we can say that outer layer is made up of the sporopollenin. It is a chemical compound which is in the exile layer of the pollen grains, which protect the inner matrix, the inner part of the pollen grain, so it maintains the live states. So pollen grain from anther shift to the stigma. After this is called the pollination. There are two types of the pollination. First is the self-pollination, the second is the cross-pollination. When pollination means that when the pollen grains from the one anther of the one flower shift to the same flower of the same plant, this is called the self-pollination. But when the pollen grains